right here in the library in the basement. This story is by a wonderful Taiwanese writer named Jenkins. However, the story that I'm going to tell comes from book 1 of Little Things. You can translate this for me, right? Little Things. Okay.
所以他接下来讲的故事，其实这本书在图书馆是可以找得到，是哲野，对吗 ？author 叫哲野，然后故事呢有2个 part， 他今天讲的是第2个 part 是小东西，书名是小东西 ，OK？So let's listen to Roger。如果有时间，你们可以找这本书，在台湾，在高雄这个Public Library 就已经有了小东西。
So all the stories in the book are about little things, and this story is about a bottle cap, very small. The bottle cap name was Ding Ding, and Ding Ding, he went to Bottle Cap Primary School, and every day they would sing the Bottle Cap Primary School song, and it goes like this. We are unimportant, we're just a bottle cap. We have no future, for us no one will clap. We are unimportant, we're made to throw away. We're just bottle caps, get used to it, okay. Isn't that a horrible song? Could you imagine having to sing that every day in school? The good thing about when you go to Bottle Cap Primary, okay, unlike to the Finland International School, which is how many years you go for primary? It's like 6 years. Bottle Cap Primary, it's only 3 days. Day 1, you learn how to fit on. Day 2, how to come off. Day 3, you graduate. So on day 4, Ding Ding is with all the other bottle caps and he's bouncing around in the back of a truck and they're going to the bottle factory. And one cap says, I hope I get on an ice lemon tea bottle. Another one said, no, I want to be on a CC lemon bottle. Another one said, no, I don't mind where I go as long as it's not a stinky tomato chili sauce bottle. Ooh. And Ding Ding said, so do we get to choose what kind of bottle we go on? And the other bottle caps said, no, don't be silly. We're just bottle caps. We can't choose. We have no future. And Ding Ding thought, no, I can do things. So when the truck went round the corner, he threw himself off. And he rolled, and he rolled, and he rolled, and he rolled along the street until he came to the river. And there by the river, there was a little ant. And Ding Ding said, hello. And the ant said, hello. What's the matter with you? And the ant said, I want to get across the river, but it's been raining so hard that all the leaves have been washed away. I came across on a leaf. So how am I going to get across to the other side, to my family, my kids? And Ding Ding said, maybe I can help. And the ant looked at him and said, you? But you're just a bottle cap. And he said, yeah, but maybe I can be a boat. Huh? And Ding Ding lay down on his back. And he said to the ant, why don't you push me with your 2 front legs into the river? How many legs does an ant have? 6, you're so right. And then you could use your 2 middle legs in the middle to row me, and your 2 back legs to steer. And the ant said, okay. And that's what he did. He pushed Ding Ding into the river. And the ant swam across the river in Ding Ding. And when he got to the other side, he said, thank you. You're a good friend. And Ding Ding said, yeah, and I'm a pretty good boat too. And Ding Ding felt happy and he felt proud because he'd helped somebody. But then the river carried him away and he floated on down the stream until he got stuck on a sandbank. So he stood up and he rolled and he rolled and he rolled until he came and he found a little girl was sat on the sand. He said, hello, She said, hello. He said, what's the matter? She said, I've got no one to play with. He said, oh, you could play with me. Huh? You're just You can't do anything. Oh, yes, I can, he said. And he made a face plant, splat, into the sand and made a ring. And then he went, splat, 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 splat. And he made a big heart shape of bottle cap rings all around the girl. And she smiled and said, oh, that's funny. You're very funny. And he said, yeah, and I'm quite creative too. She said, bye-bye, I've got to go and have my lunch. And away she went. And Bottle Cap, how did he feel? He was happy and proud because he'd helped cheer up the girl. He went along the beach and then he saw in the sand there was a bottle. And he said, hello. And the bottle said, hello. What's the matter? And the bottle said, I want to have a dream. I want to go across the sea and have an adventure. Maybe go and see America. But I can't because if I go in the sea, then the water, blah, 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 and I will sink. Oh, said Ding Ding, I can help. You? Yeah, I'm a bottle cap. That's what I went to school for. My name's Ding Ding. I'm Dun Dun. Ding Ding Dun Dun. Ding Ding Dun Dun. Ding Ding Dun Dun. And he screwed himself on. And then Dun Dun fell over and he rolled down and a wave came in, picked him up and took him out and picked him up and took him out, and suddenly he was bobbing in the sea. And the tide carried him on a long, long journey until finally he did land on a distant shore. And Ding Ding, he felt so happy and proud because he'd helped the bottle have his dream. But just then, he saw an old woman. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have pointed at you when I said that, but I was just over here. He saw a woman, a beautiful, mature woman, who was unfortunately very homeless. She was walking along, she had a bag over her shoulder, and she was looking for things that she might be able to sell. And when she saw the bottle, she thought, oh, I could bring that back and maybe get a few cents on the recycling. And she was just about to put the bottle away when she said, oh, look, there's something inside. Can you see that? Probably not. What could be inside the bottle? And she, oh my goodness me. A treasure map. Wow. Wouldn't that be great? I hope so. Yeah, you can come again. Can you book him? He's good. Okay. Wow. So she opened it up and she found on the piece of paper there were two sentences. And the first one said, never give up. And the second one said, always be hopeful. And the woman thought, oh, that's nice. And she was just about to put the piece of paper up. When she saw that on the back of the piece of paper, there was a lucky draw ticket. Yeah, a lucky draw. You want to know the numbers, don't you? Okay, so I'm going to give you the numbers, and if anybody wins, I want my 20%. Okay. The numbers are, pay attention, here we go. 2, 9, 14, 23, 31, and 40. Did you get that? Very good. So she was so excited. She ran to the post office. She said to the man, can you check on the computer? He did. He said, you've won. First prize. You are now, yes, wow, very rich. As I said, she was homeless. So the first thing she did was to build herself a nice house. And if any of you go there, and many do, to hear her story, she'll invite you in and she'll show you a shelf on which there is a small brown bottle and a very small bottle cap. And she says, if it wasn't for the bottle and the bottle cap, I wouldn't be here. And how do you think Ding Ding feels when he hears her say that? He's very happy and proud. So I want to say to any of the children here, because you are also little, if anybody says to you, you're too small, You're only a kid. You can't do anything. I hope you'll remember the story of Ding Ding the bottle cap and the two sentences written on that piece of paper. What were they? Never and always. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Roger. What a lovely story. Very inspiring.
Very inspiring. Jay,
Very
he's the guy.
inspiring. 对，他很有启发性，所以小东西，再小的人物，再小的东西都有它的功能。那主要的 message 刚刚讲什么呢？永远不什么？不放弃。永远有什么？对，这个世界现在最缺的是什么？希望跟和平。OK， 所以借由故事，希望能启发大家心里面要感受到平安跟和平，然后永远不要放弃自己的梦想。When you have hope, dreams can come true. Right? Okay, thank you very much, Roger. All right.